Okay, the start of a new adventure. It's Friday and it's raining. We are leaving Chakalaxi Island and we are heading up this way. We're going to go up Turner Creek on our way to the Crooked Creek Chickee. We have quite the crew with us today. There's 8 of us. So we're loaded down, trying to not get too wet, which isn't working, but we are off and running. Good. Kyle's got the sea kayak. A little less stable than the rest of them, but he's a master. At least he's getting there. Got Bob's over there pedaling. And it has not stopped raining since we started our drive this morning to come down here. So it's been raining steady for the last 4 hours. But it's supposed to clear up sometime later tonight. The entrance to Turner's Creek. We're at low tide right now, so it's pretty shallow. It's maybe 18 inches, 24 inches deep, most of the places we've been. But it's enough to float the kayaks. So everybody's doing all right. Looks like might have a couple of, I think there's something like a rose-colored spoonbill, something like that. Pink birds, rose-colored, very pretty. One of them just flew right over our heads and plopped right down. And it's still raining. We have some tandem kayakers that are having a terrible time steering. So we put the rope between the peddler and the tandem, and they're trying to stay straight. And it's a little bit comical. We're not making great time. These guys are struggling a little bit. Zigzagging back and forth. Oh my. Okay, we repositioned the weight in their kayak and doing much better now. So here we are in Mud Bay. It's pretty shallow here, hitting the bottom. Oh, yeah, it's really shallow. It's only about 4 inches here. So we're going to head up north here and try to come out the other side. We've really picked up the pace after they repositioned all the weight. Of course, as I say that, they're about to have a collision with the mangroves, but they recovered. And Alon's just kind of hanging out, enjoying life. But we should be in a few minutes. Still raining. It has not stopped raining the entire day, but I see mile marker 126, and that is where we make a right turn to the Chickee. So we are minutes away. And even with all this rain, there's still some mosquitoes buzzing around. One of them just got me right on the cheek. So it's going to be an interesting night. We're definitely going to have the bug tents set up tonight, I think. Okay, here is marker 126. And we turning right and right over this way. Chickee is in sight. Not a bad day. According to the GPS, we have traveled 6.5 miles today. Got a pretty good current going right now as well. There it is, home for the night. Get a good 360-degree view of our little shelter for the evening. Some water that's been blowing up on there. Hopefully we don't get too much water on us tonight. Alright, well, we're gonna go aboard and get settled in. Alright, so we made up on the Chickee, unloaded a little bit, but we still have to set up. Got all the kayaks tied up, and hopefully they will make it through the night. But look at that! It finally stopped raining right as we got to the Chickee. It was pouring down rain when we got here, and it just stopped, and we see a little bit of sunshine up there. So we should have a good night. It's pretty crowded. This is supposed to be for 12 people. We've got 8. It's pretty crowded. So we've got one tent, and we've got 3 mosquito nets across to the other side there. All of our clothes drying out from the rainy trip we had out here. And again, a few mosquito nets, one tent. Okay, so we just left the Chickee at Crooked Creek. It's breezy out today, and we are just entering the Lopez River, heading south to Chokoloxie Bay. Everybody got dried out yesterday. It rained for about 30 minutes during the night. The roof leaked a little bit, but we did okay. And everybody's dried out, and it's starting to mist right now. We're hoping that it doesn't last too long. And we're against the wind. Still cruising down the Lopez River. We did pass the Lopez River campsite. So we did, it was visible, so that's nice to know for future trips. And if you look way off in the horizon, you might be able to tell, if you were an optimist, that the clouds break up there and we're going to end up with a great day after lunch. We'll see. A little bit of the chop out today. Well, it is incredibly windy, and we're getting a few waves crashing over our bows. Scalped over there and dumped his canoe. We had to recover from that. We're just making slow time, so we're going to change plans. We're going to head back to where we actually launched instead of going all the way out to Rabbit Key. And we'll replan from there, see what we want to do. But I'd rather play it safe. It's tough conditions. We're against the wind all the way out, and it's just a long paddle in these conditions. We're going to be better safe than sorry. We're going to hit the beach and replan. We've had a minor setback. We lost a couple of guys. They sank. We're trying to get them floated again. We shall see. Kayak emptied of water. They're floating again. We're all soaking wet. We had to get in about 4 feet of water and start bailing it out. But we found them. It's a little scary for a minute. We lost sight of them, and all we could see was 2 bobbing heads by the time we got there. It's an adventure, but I think it makes our decision to maybe replan, abort the Rabbit Key mission. It's probably a good call on our part. And we are back where we started. Still really windy out today. Just those waves hit us and the splash comes up, and we're all soaking wet just from the splash and from getting in the water. But yeah, we're going to stop and have something to eat, kind of talk about next steps and figure out what we want to do. More to come.
So how'd you sink? What happened?
Literally in like 5 seconds, our whole thing was full of water.
Just full.
And I was like,
And then we're like,
I was like, a line, we're going down, bro.
it was going down, and I'm like, I'm getting the life jacket. I'm like, all right, this is happening. You guys are so far away.
We tried.
Yo, guys, yeah. I'd like to go home.
That was rough. Bro.
Yeah.
We were just floating out there for like, I don't know, like 20 minutes or something. I have no concept of
Yeah, we were all at one point like we need to go back, at least somewhere, because we looked at the horizon, we saw nothing. We expected like a boat or something.
No, it was completely underwater. So even when these guys got close,
Tom saw 2 heads. I couldn't see anything.
I don't know how Tom.
I tried holding the paddle.
That's crazy.
So we're just trying to make sure it doesn't flip.
Yeah.
Dude.